So good morning. I've had a couple questions about how to deal with the HTML page that is included in the list of things that you should know how to do within Brightspace. And I'm going to show you a demo of what that looks like and then how you put it together. It's really pretty easy because we use a WYSIWYG editor, which stands for what you see is what you get. But you can also use HTML code if you are so inclined and are so skilled. So what you're seeing here is an example of an HTML page, and this is in this unit here when we were introducing Up From Slavery, and you'll notice that the icon is just what looks like a page, and that indicates that it's just a web page. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it. So I've just got a title and what this is. I've got my image that I got from Creative Commons. I got it from this website, which is the Creative Commons image search. All of these images that you can get from this creativecommons.org are free to use, legal to use, and even gives you information how you give credit to the creator of the image. So this one is licensed under a Creative Commons 2.0 license, and so I've used that here, and I've given my credit below the image. Then I've just got my introduction information about what I want my students to learn about Booker T. Washington, and then I have a video at the end of this introduction, and I want my students to take notes on these 4 questions as they watch this video, and the video is about 4 minutes long, I believe. So as they watch, they'll take notes on these things, and then that'll relate to the lesson that we're doing. So how do we get it to look like this as a web page? It's actually pretty easy, and I'm going to just sort of pretend that I didn't have that made, and I'm just going to make another one. I'm going to select the unit or the lesson or the folder into which I want that web page to appear. And then I am going to create new, and I'm going to create a new HTML document. I get a blank page. This is going to be called Booker T. Washington Bio. And then I'm going to use that again as the heading for my web page. And then I will select that to be a heading. And then I'm going to add that image. So I already have it saved. I'll go to Insert Image, go to My Computer, Upload. There he is. There's Booker T. I'll add that. I will add a description. You won't see this. I'm doing this over again, and so it's asking me what I want to do. I'll just create a new file. So there it is. Now, there's 2 things I can do here. I can click on the image and drag it to be bigger or smaller, which is fine. Nothing wrong with doing it that way. If you really like to play around with code, you could click on this button, which gives you the source code, and here's the image, and here's the size, width, and height. So if I wanted to make it twice as big, I would double that number and double that number. If I wanted to make it a third smaller, I would multiply each of those numbers by 0.66. And as long as the ratio remains the same, then you're good to go. So if you want to play around with source code, you can. Here is my license. So I'm going to put that underneath my image to give credit. There's my text that I created for the other page. And you can imagine that I just typed that in. And now I am going to turn that off. I have to go turn off the bulleted list and then decrease indent. And now my cursor's back where it needs to be. Now I want to insert my YouTube video. So I'll go to the video itself, and I'm going to click on the share button. I will copy that URL, go back here to my web page that I'm building, and I'm going to use the Insert Stuff menu, scroll down to YouTube, and I will use that URL as a search term. There's my video. I'll click on that and then click on Next. It's going to insert it as a 500 by 281 size video, which just, you can say, okay. And there's that video. But let's say it's too big or it's too small. you can again go and use this source code button and find the video. And here it is, YouTube, right? Frame border 0. Okay, that's fine. Where's our size? Width and height. So if I wanted it to be half as big, I would say, okay, I want this to be 250 and I want this to be 190. Now there's no such thing as 190 and a half when we're talking about these iframes. So we'll say save, and now look what happened. It made that video half as big. Okay. I'm going to undo that because I like it that size. And now my web page is complete. I've added a title. I've added an image that I got from a source where I'm not violating copyright. I've added a citation for that image credit. I've typed up my own information about Booker T. Washington, and I've inserted a video that's hyperlinked from the biography channel, and I'm all set. I click on save, and it puts it into the folder that I had told it I wanted it to go into. And in fact, there it is. It's that second one here. Now, I've already created this, so I'm just going to get rid of this right now. But that's how you create a page that is an HTML page in content. So I hope that gives you some ideas of things that you can do. And let me know if you have any more questions.